So suppose you have enacted a cost enter or a revenue category. Then order project. You have enacted a project. We are talking about this project. It's time for us. So if you have enacted a project that will not appear in the cost enter configuration when you're doing it. So let's see this part. So we'll hit OK here. And we'll go back to create cost enter. First of all, let's see if only 3 values are showing up there or not. Create cost enter. Reorg link it. We'll hit OK. First of all, as you can see, we have 3 options now. Those other values gone up because we removed them. Now I've marked this default. It was great. It out. I cannot do anything. Let's see if I can go ahead without using a value at the regional. Be sure. So let's say, test. 2 positive. And code would be 512. Subtivs would be cost. We see. Now let me talk about that day I forgot to tell you. In terms of company and other organizations, like cost centers, custom organizations, we have this visibility. So everyone means everyone in the system can view this cost center. Okay. Regardless of their access or different company, different cost center, they will still be able to recognize or find this cost center of the system when they will search it in the search bar. Role assign means only those people to whom I have assigned some roles in the standard. Only those people would be able to view this cost center. Role assign as in members means suppose you are part of your employee James USA and have assigned some roles. This 2 conditions should meet in order to view this company or cost center. Then only you will be able to see this cost center company. Role assign is of current and superiors. What it means is that you hold some rows or security at the GMS USA company level, but you are also there in the superior also. So the top level hierarchy of GMS USA. So people in that GMS USA and people in this superior of GMS USA both would be able to find this company in the system. Play with this. For options here. 99.9% across implementation can check. This would be everyone. For all the companies and cost centers. OK. Now let me hit OK. Let's see if I can go ahead, and without selecting a region here. I got an area. The default work tag is required and must have a window. So I need to give a value. Let's say in here. Clear with this. The ask maintain the little work to use is how you bring the full work tax. On the configuration you create. Yes now. Yes, 4 hours. Great. So now. That another task. Maintain work, take uses. That I'll show you once you start hitting run next. Let me hit first transaction. And then we'll go through how we put different customer and voice work tax. Right now you see only cost interest there as the primary work. I'll show you when you create customer noise. And then additional work tax at this one. How can we add multiple different columns here and different additional work? That I'll show you once you start hitting. So let's say now we're done with the revenue category. Now we're done with the single item. The category and group, also the customers. Now it's time to create a customer once, but before that we'll see the business process. We would be using the default business process here. So let's say VP. Column customer invoice. So that different BP here, like for emailing the customer invoice. Okay, and different companies their own BP. Well, you could have default definition, because we're not creating one. That we'll see in the business process chapter. So there's only one, which is customer group is required. These are the security groups who can create this. You know, customer devices. Let's go ahead and see. The task. So the task is create customer invoice. Okay. Okay. Company will use our company. Link it. Okay. And my back. We just missed one compression. That is the main thing. We have to create a customer. We have to. That was the main thing. So that is your great customer. So the customer name, let's say Reliance. Lines Hotel, something like this, right? We deliver process to Reliance on something like this. The status. Now the create customer from business entity. This is like if you want to create a customer from a supplier category, from financial institutions like your banks. Banks can also be your, and we have seen can also be your customers. Investors, ex-authorities, they can also be a customer. That's one thing. But again, with my experience, I can tell you. They keep it blank. I've never seen, like in my 10 implementations end-to-end and 0.5 years of experience, that somebody uses the state customer from business entity option. No, they never do it. Status is active, but you have two other options. Old and inactive also. For any reason. If you want to keep this customer on a hold, you can select the second option here. Old means you will not be able to use this customer for any transactions. Inactive also means the same thing, that you will not be able to use it in any transaction. Customer category. So it's time for us to use it then. Again with the blanket. So now, this is important. Let me tell you what this one. We can have only one customer category. That's what they're from. And it's logical also. The category of the customer will be only one customer category only. But you can use a friend customer group here. So we can use this one. I can use this one also. You can use n number of customer groups while getting a customer or after creating this one also, but you can use only one and only one customer category. Clear on this? Okay, whatever it is.